So let's move to the next session of this event, and I'm going to introduce you with the next speaker. Yeah, so our next speaker is Nighat Akbar Shah. She's a very successful businesswoman. Why we pick her? Because she is a success story. She was born in a very remote and unprivileged area in Pakistan, where there's no education, where there's no health care, and she, by her own, um, did all efforts. She moved to United States and developed herself as a successful businesswoman. And top of this, that she didn't surrender, and she didn't forget her country. So once she gets stable and come in a very good situation, she come back, focus on her area she want to develop. She has passion for women development in her area. So Nighat, are you there?
Yes, Dr. Musa, I'm here.
Thank you very much for your time, and I already introduced you a bit. My introduction is very small. I want you to introduce yourself, and then we will take up the discussion.
Thank you, Dr. Musa. Thank you. Thank you for your generous introduction. And I'm so happy to be here with you and everyone today. My name is Nighat Shah. I'm the head of finance for Shah Holdings Group, the commercial real estate development and convenience stores company. I co-founded with my husband, Ruziman. I'm also an entrepreneur and investor. 2 decades ago, we scraped together just enough money to buy a single gas station, which we worked in alone. Today, I'm so proud to say that we have an impressive portfolio of many properties and companies. My intention here today is to share my personal journey toward achieving financial independence. I strongly believe every woman has a responsibility to find it within herself to achieve some level of financial independence. Does it have to be millions of dollars? No. It can be a small scale production of her own creation that produces additional income for her family, no matter how big or small. Oftentimes, though, the real value isn't in the dollar amount she brings in. It's in the self-worth she gains from monetizing her unique contribution to the world. Realizing her passion sets her up for finding financial freedom. I'm so inspired by all the women who the panel discussion before mine, and it's amazing. So I'm asking you women and participants here today, what passion do you want to be remembered for? Do you have it in you to face any possible risk to follow your dreams? If so, I really assure you that your dedication will be contagious. Your community and the world at large will conspire to help you realize your dream. Let's back up for a moment. I'm going to share a moment of truth with you. I've always been a career-oriented woman. My children were used to seeing me involved in business and my education, in their education, even when I was a stay-at-home mother for 80 years. When my daughter and my son were little, I stayed at home. So during my graduate school, I was involved in my education, in my kids' education, and also I was handling my family. I have a very supportive family, and my husband is very supportive. But after I received my master's degree, I stayed at home for 1 year. It was during that time my son came up to me with a concern that he was worried. He said to me, "Mom, I am worried for you. You're wasting your intellect and talent. You used to be involved in business and you used to work and you used to be so happy and cool. Now you are only focused on our day-to-day activities, what we ate, what's our homework, how much grade did we get. You are micromanaging our lives." They were kind of his not exact words, but this is the gist of the idea. I mean, all the mothers can understand. So at that time, I was being a helicopter mom. A typical day for me was dropping them off at school, and doing a few fitness classes or a few errands for the household, coordinating their after school activities, and finally picking them up. And then when I would brought them home, I would be on top of like their schedule, their work, be in their life constantly. So in effect, I was not embracing my personal power, nor realizing that my family was supportive of my desires for growth and independence. Some people know this to be the good girl syndrome, where a woman hides behind her smile when inside she's not very happy with the direction her life was going or is going after marriage and raising kids. Generation after generation, we grow up believing that our primary purpose in life is to help our children and husbands achieve their dreams and fulfill their potentials. In the process, women let their dreams and ambitions fade into the background. As noble as this may sound on the surface, I believe it's actually a breach of morality. We are not put on this earth to live vicariously. It's not just married women or mothers who are adversely affected by the good girl syndrome. According to a study by the Harvard Business Review, only 7% of female MBA graduates even attempted to negotiate their salaries with their new employers. When it came to men, 57% negotiated. This troubles me because women empowerment is so deeply interwoven with financial empowerment. When women give up money, they give up power. So, where do we begin? I know from experience that this 1,000-mile journey toward financial independence begins with a single step of learning to assert ourselves as women. I strongly advocate for women to stand up and be counted for in meaningful ways. It takes courage and perseverance to take many small steps to leverage your skills and talents to effect change in the world. Every personal journey is different. However, I believe there are several fundamental steps to achieving this financial freedom. First and foremost, a very important one is voice your vision. Every woman needs to formulate a clear vision of what she wants to do, why it is important, and what kind of support she will need. Because the idea of being self-made is very vague. I don't understand that. We all need support. Men need support, women need support. The whole culture and business spectrum, we all need support. I believe many women have dreamt of some form of financial success, even they have been outwardly silent about it. If you are that woman, I encourage you to dream out loud. Every time you stifle your own voice or squash your own dreams, you deprive the world of the unique possibilities from your talent, innovation, and your vision. Ask for support. It's once I became aware of the mindset that was holding me back from realizing my passion, I made a conscious decision to overcome it. And then a little bit of the battle was won. I then had to reach out and cultivate a support system that starts with asking for the basic support we need at home. I'm well aware that many women are in a situation where finding support can be an extraordinary challenge. Some family members and friends are more willing to support your vision than others. It's very easy to talk yourself out of reaching for your goals. Therefore, it's prudent to listen to the voices who remain behind you, people who help you. Can be your close family members or they can be some friends. Ask for help. Find networking opportunities and connections that align with your vision. Align yourself with people who are sharing your vision or who are sharing a drive for success. If you feel shy about asking, remind yourself that this isn't a luxury. a whim, or an indulgence. Learn to value your abilities, charge fair market prices, or relegate your talent to marketplace, not to a hobby or only volunteer work. Some women do just volunteer work. There's, it's important that you take your intellect and your skills to a marketplace. Bottom line, as your confidence grows, so will your goals. And even if the goals don't actually get bigger, they will start to look bigger because with each step, we are getting closer to our goals. There's a concept called the shine theory. When we help other women rise, we all shine. Once you consciously choose to overcome your own self-defeating thoughts, then you can graciously help other women overcome it too. Okay, when I'm using the word shine theory or shine, I'm not talking about standing in the spotlight and feeding our egos. I'm talking about serving as a guiding light. I believe the time has come for women to step up and help illuminate the world. There are so many areas where we can make a positive impact through our special empathy, sensibilities, and level of care. And I was a few minutes ago, I was so proud to see all the amazing, inspiring women sharing their visions. And that's the kind of vision we all need. And that's the kind of supportive culture we need in the world today. In conclusion, those of us who are already in the business world have a special moral obligation. It's our duty to do everything we can to empower other women in business. We already face unique obstacles that make it harder for us to advance in business. We need all the help we can get. So it's amazing to create a supportive culture so all women can rise and shine.
That's great, Nighat. It's really interesting, and
Thank you.
I just want you to more now. Let's be interactive. So I want you to please highlight your passion for the women that you want to do in your country. That what's your plan and what you feel.
Sure. Like I just highlight the path. I just highlight the path of financial freedom with all of you. So I would share what I'm doing and what my passion right now is. My passion for finance and business has now transitioned into social work and philanthropic endeavors that have materialized in some projects that I'm very proud to share here. So my husband and I have built a hostel for girls in my hometown of Chitral, Pakistan, that can house 200 students. I also built an early childhood development center and a computer lab there. From 2004, I have provided educational scholarships to deserving students. My next goal, Dr. Musa, you're asking, my next goal is to train young minds for entrepreneurship by starting an incubation center, like startup incubation center in Chitral.
Oh, that sounds really amazing, and it's a need of the hour. I can say that you're right on spot. These things are really required, and even actually, our next panel discussion is about incubation centers and all startups that need support from the wealthy people.
Thank you, and all the support we need, we can get.